Greetings everybody, it's Brother Jamie here. Today I would like to talk about what flesh or nature did Jesus come in, and are we born with a sinful nature or flesh? Many today claim that Jesus did not come in the same flesh that we have because our flesh or nature is sinful. But I believe this is a serious matter because the Bible tells us that every spirit that confesses that Jesus Christ has come in the flesh is of God, and every spirit that confesses not that Jesus Christ has come in the flesh is not of God, and this is the spirit of Antichrist. The Bible tells us that Jesus came in the same flesh as us and took on our nature. For as much then as children are partakers of flesh and blood, he also himself likewise took part of the same. Hebrews 2:14. And for verily he took not on him the nature of angels, but he took on him the seed of Abraham. Hebrews 2:16. Clearly we see that Jesus took on our flesh and blood, and not the nature of angels but of the seed of Abraham, or mankind. So logically, if we are born with a sinful nature or flesh, then also Jesus would have been born with a sinful nature or flesh. And clearly, this is a blasphemous belief. Sin cannot be passed down from one person to another, and a child cannot be guilty for his father's sins. The son shall not bear the iniquity of the father, neither shall the father bear the iniquity of the son. The righteousness of the righteous shall be upon him, and the wickedness of the wicked shall be upon him. Ezekiel 18:20. Now the Bible tells us in Ecclesiastes 7:29 that we are created upright, and it also tells us in Deuteronomy that we have corrupted ourselves. So there's no room for being born in sin there. But the Bible tells us as well that infants do not know the difference between good and evil, and that sin is transgression of the law. So it's impossible for an infant who does not know the difference between good and evil to willingly commit sin, to transgress the law. It's impossible. Now I just want to go over a few more scriptures that show that Jesus was born with the same flesh and nature as us. Romans 1:3. Concerning his son Jesus Christ our Lord, which was made of the seed of David according to the flesh. Where is it? Hebrews 4:15. For we have not a high priest which cannot be touched with the feelings of our infirmities, but was in all points tempted like as we are, yet without sin. Hebrews 2:17. Wherefore in all things it behooved him to be made like unto his brethren. You can see clearly that Jesus came with the same flesh as us, and not some special heavenly flesh which stopped him not being born with sin. And a lot of people will say, he was born of a virgin, and say sin is passed from the father, but this is seen nowhere in the Bible. The reason he was born of a virgin was, the main reason was to fulfill prophecy. It doesn't say anything about him being born of a virgin, so he wasn't born a sinner or with sinful flesh. A lot of these ideas of sinful flesh or sin running through the father come from ancient Christian heresies like Gnosticism and in Greek philosophy, really. You won't find it anywhere in the Bible. Well, anyways, thanks for listening, and God bless.